Welcome, dudes and dudettes, season 8, episode 11. Flu free, but not cold free. So, still coughing, still sneezing, blowing my nose. Basically, what I've been doing for months and months in a row. But at least, no more flu. So, that's good. Thank you all for being here. And let me, usually I start with the early bird, but I think we need to start with the new follower. So thank you very much for the follow. Janix, hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly because I am notoriously bad at pronouncing names. So if I scrambled it or whatever did to it, my apology, but thank you very much for your follow. The early bird today, Miss Rose, who I think is supposed to be working, but I don't know. She was closely followed by Hamza. So welcome to the both of you. And I think I saw a Mr. Andy Arky, and Marinda is in the house. So welcome, sir, and welcome, ma'am. Oh yeah, there it is. Well. Oh, we got a well. Alles is good. Nur Jen is good. Ah, okay. So, hi Jen. Welcome to the stream. I'm thinking you are from Germany. The whole stream will be in English. I hope that that is not going to be a problem for you. Jack, hi there. Jack from Mixer. And I think I have now got everybody. So thank you very much for joining at the beginning of the stream. We have kind of a mixed match today. Yeah, so we're making kind of pizza, but not with pizza dough. We are making Turkish, well, we're not making Turkish bread, we are embellishing. We are using a Turkish bread instead of pizza dough. Hence, the Turkish bread pizza with, among other things, ground beef. So that is what we will be making today. BP Gaming is in the house. So it's this match day today. Why wasn't I told? Well, I don't know, BP Gaming. I think I tweeted it. Or X'd it, or whatever you call it. I put it on Instagram, put it on in the Discord, and on, what's the thing called? Beaky Socials? I don't know, Blue Sky. Blue Sky, yeah. And yeah, that was about it. So, mix match day. That's what we do. Can someone just send trucks my way to scan in? Yeah. I don't have any rows, and if I had and would send them, they wouldn't be there during this shift, so I don't think that would help. But being at work and have nothing to do is horrible. I'm not saying that we always need to work so hard, because otherwise we cannot keep up, but having nothing to do, man, then shifts take forever. So I'm hoping that a few trucks will come along, nicely one at a time, so that you don't have to work too hard, but also not sitting there, doing the thumb thing.
Can I say hi?
Yeah, sure.
Hi everyone. Hope everyone had a good weekend and a good week. We had a cold, recovered just about, so we're hopeful that everything will be better this week. Welcome. What? I did? Okay. Guys, welcome to the stream, and see you on the other side. Bye. Back to Mrs. A.
And she moved. Yes, I did a slide. But then this way. Because I want to show you the ingredients for the dish of today. It's kind of two-folded. I will explain. Can we have the ingredients list here first, please? Here we go. That's where we are. So, Turkish bread. I cut the label from the plastic bag and put it here so that you could see that it's bread and it says Turkish, which is Dutch for Turkish. So, Turkish bread. We have ground beef, and you might think, where's the tomato sauce? Well, that's nowhere, because we will be using barbecue sauce. American barbecue sauce, it says. Instead, because Peter and tomatoes, not best friends, let me put it like that. We have some iceberg lettuce, there is a cucumber, which we only will be using part of. There is garlic sauce, which is upside down, I'm seeing, hold on. I don't know if you can read it. It says knoflook. Hold on, let me lift that up. Knoflook, you see? Knoflook, which means garlic. In Dutch, we have grated cheese. There are onions, there are garlic cloves, and there is shawarma spices. You can buy these ready-made, but I didn't do that. So I mixed several spices together to make this shawarma. Make this shawarma spice blend. Okay. So what did I use? Let me grab the long list, because there are a few.
Let me do a quick thing here, because I'm getting a weird image from the top-down cam. It's all yellow.
Oh, okay.
It's looking really weird. Okay, now it's better. Switching back. Here we go. Okay.
So
if you put it there, it's going to go over the ingredients if I do top-down.
That's okay. It's just so that I can grab it.
Okay.
Okay. So to make this, you cannot read it, but it says shawarma herbs. To make this, I used coriander. I used cumin. Third one, paprika powder. Number 4, cinnamon. Number 5, onion powder. Some regular salt. Archie's favorite, chili powder. And then we have garlic powder and curry powder. So to make this one, this one, I use 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 different spices and blend them together.
And for everyone who's interested in that list, here it is for you on screen.
So as said, coriander, cumin, paprika powder, cinnamon, onion powder, chili powder, garlic powder, curry powder, and a pinch of salt. So that together made this. And as I already had all of these herbs separately, I'm not going to buy another little jar with shawarma. What did I call it? Spice blend. So that's it. You can find recipes for almost every spice blend that you can buy online, and I make a lot of them myself, and because I already have a lot of spices and I don't want to add on top. So what do we need to do? It's really, really easy. We're going to preheat the oven. That would be step 1. Then we need to cut our onions, squoosh the garlic, and put that together with our ground beef in the one pan. One pan and an oven dish. That's what we're using today. And that's about it. So 200 degrees. Let's turn this on. Oven preheating. This is. Why are we beeping? What was beeping? Did you do that?
No.
Something beeped. Is there something open?
Freezer, maybe?
Did you guys beep at me?
Somebody beeped.
Do we have a beeper here in the house?
I don't know.
It came from here somewhere, but I don't know where. So now I'm kind of flabbergasted. Okay, I think I'm going to grab a separate board for the onions to cut, because otherwise I need to use this one that's underneath the bread, and it's easier for me to pick up the bread like that. So stay here, I'm going to be back in a jiffy. So this is how long a jiffy takes, also called a swooshy, a moment, or a few seconds. So here we go. I have, by the way, a very special treat for you. I have a twin onion. I didn't know they existed, but man, they do. So I need 2 onions for this recipe. So this is the first one, just a regular onion, just took off the outer layer. And then there is this one, which looks kind of normal, but if you can do the top cap, because I kept them together, it's, this is the bottom for one, but look, there are 2 half onions together as one. A twin onion.
A twanion.
A twanion. Yeah, a twanion. So I need to cut the onion. Oh, it opens up my nose. Because the cold isn't gone yet, but at least we are feeling better. Personally, what I hate the most about having the flu is that all the muscles, even the ones that you were not aware you had, ache. And it doesn't even matter whether you're using them or not, it's still aching. So that was no fun at all. Cutting the onion. That would be the one. The regular onion. And then we have these 2 half ones. Let me cut this off. This is the first time ever, for as long as I'm using onions in any dish, that I had basically two half ones grown together as one. This one. Let's do this. That's about all the cutting that we're going to do. So I'm going to take the ground beef, the onion, and the garlic cloves with me to the counter, because that's where we have to start all of this. Follow me. Let me first throw away the onion piece that I don't need. So as said, one pan dish. Let's turn on the heat. Christina, hi! And I see an uncommon wolf. Welcome to the stream. And twin onions. Yes, Christina. I don't know if you ever had those, but yeah, we did. Unlike my mother, on the other hand, who has a whole cabinet and a half filled with spices. Yeah, I tried to regulate that a bit, but can you use that cam to show our kind of herb cabinet? Is that possible? Can we get there? Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. So this.
No. That
No.
I cannot reach.
No, you cannot reach. Okay. So the width of the cabinet, that one, the smaller one, which you cannot see, is not so high because our what's the thing called? The air sucker thing.
Vent hood.
The vent hood is on top, underneath it, is filled with various spices and stuff. So I do have a lot, and I just don't want to add onto that, because with like 5 spices or 4 spices or other spice mixes, which you can make with the spices that you already have. Because honestly, how often do you use shawarma herbs? Not daily, so that's why I'm doing that. And if you have spices over herbs in your cabinet for a long, long time, the taste will not get better. Let me put it like that. So it's a good idea. Thank you, Christina. Last week, that's when the flu hit. When Netherlands was covered in sunshine, I laid in bed being cold. So yeah. But okay, we are, well, kind of better. Still have a cold, but that's it. So onions go in first. Then we add the garlic. Well, we press the garlic in there. For that, of course, I need a knife, because otherwise it sticks here. That was garlic clove number 1. There's always something left in here, and then this is number 2. give this a stir. And then we're basically gonna leave that alone. Shake it a bit. They definitely lose their potency. Yeah, they do. That just doesn't mean that you have to throw them away, but you need to use, I think, more of it, and probably still will not get the full taste. So if you are one of those people who has spices from the early 2000s, I would suggest
That's 25 years old.
I would suggest that you check on them. Maybe smell them, and if it smells like nothing, it's also going to taste like nothing. Then it's done. And then think about the herbs that you actually use. And it's the same here. There are some herbs that I don't use as much, but I don't have any from the early 2000s. So
Oh, you should really reach out for a little bit.
I should. I think some of my mother's spices are from the early 80s. The store I have here only sells big things. Big thing with shawarma kruiden. Okay, well, I kind of combined. I made the spice blend myself. Well, I combined the mixture. So I didn't buy shawarma kruiden, which you can. Just as a lot of other spices or blends that you can buy, which I didn't do. So there was that. I'm gonna add the ground beef. And of course I need smaller pieces than this. I saw on, I think on Twitter, or X as it's called nowadays, that someone did this with the apparatus that you use to make mashed potatoes. I don't know who I saw doing that, but I thought, hey, didn't know, never tried, not going to do it today. But apparently that is an option. I don't want this to be all crumbled up. But it needs to be a little bit less fine than that. Okay. Let's grab our shawarma kruiden. I found spices from 2018 in my her home when emptying the cabinets. Yeah, you see, that's 7 years old. I don't think there's going to be much taste in those. At Uncommon Wolf Road, when we cleared out my grandmother's house, she had stuff that was definitely antique spices. Yeah, that's happened. A lot of people just buy new ones and then put them in front in the cabinet, and whatever is behind there, if you cannot see it, then apparently it's not there. I think that is how it works. Then we have Hamza with a hagelslag question. Let me first put the shawarma herbs on here. I think the recipe said 2 teaspoons. I'm not 100% sure. That's what I'm putting in here. And I might even add a little bit more later. Just let me sniff the food for a minute. Let's shake. And now let it be. What's with the hagelslag? I have a funny, interesting hagelslagfonds history from the 1990s. I just saw it in a TV show here in Denmark. Do you want to wait to hear the story until we are eating? I think that would be for the best, because I need to go and cut some stuff and I cannot read here, and I'm good at multitasking but not at reading and short arms to cut everything else. So I think while we're eating, if you don't mind. I think we can add, let's go with 3 teaspoons instead of 2. So I turned the heat down. Yeah, now. Oh. We need sniff TV.
Smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision, yeah. Come back here. We did that. Okay. What we need to do now, I think I'm first gonna, no, I can do that. I'm not gonna do first what I thought I was gonna do first. So this is the Turkish bread. Which in the Netherlands you can buy in any supermarket. It's almost done, you only just need to put it in the oven for, what does it say, like 10 minutes or so, and then it's done. Okay. So, to make this, the bottom of the pizza, this would be way too thick. So, I'm going to kind of hollow it out so that I can put our meat and onion and garlic mixture in the middle. You just need to take care that you do not cut through through the bottom, because that's not good. So I'm kind of just scoring here, I think that would be the word, and then use my hands to take the inner part out. I have a bowl. You don't have to throw away what you take out here. You can make croutons if you want to, or maybe use it to make a bread pudding, or anything else that you might want to use it for. So basically just little by little hollowing it out, and then it helps when you cut with your knife the surrounding so that you know where you need to stop pulling the bread out.
Cabo 911 is here, says, hey, this looks like beef shawarma. I don't know why, but apparently that's what he thinks.
Bread?
No, I think the mix that you made in the pan.
Ah, okay. It is.
Aiden says, guess what I got? Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards? I didn't know you were a Pokemon fan. I think this is as far as I want to go. There is still like a white edge, like 2 fingers, I think. And that's okay. So let's put this to the side. Need to grab myself a spoon. And while I do that, I'm going to shake this. Yeah, this is getting there. Nice. Okay, so according to the recipe, and in genuine pizza style, the bottom or the sauce that you use would be tomato sauce. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go for the barbecue sauce. So this is the change I made. You know me, I usually follow the recipe But this is just the change that I'm making now. Because tomato sauce doesn't make us happy. As you can see, it uses, or it can use, a lot of sauce. Okay. It's not just for the taste, although this will taste really, really well. It's also kind of to prevent that the filling, which is kind of wet, makes the bread soggy. I'm thinking this will be enough. Ooh, a bloop. That is that. Do I need to add something else? No. That is it. Once the meat mixture is done, I think I'm gonna put it in a sieve first to see if I can drain some of the fat which is naturally in ground beef, and I put some oil in the pan also. And I don't want this to be really, really fatty. So let's go over there, shake the meat. And let's see if we are done. Did you see that Christina asked you a question?
I'm okay, Christina. Thank you. Still trying to concentrate on switching the cameras and stuff. So
Yeah.
I decided today not to read all the chat, but you know, just part of it, if necessary. But I don't want to interrupt Mrs. A when she's talking.
And I think I read something from Aiden saying, I'm a Pokemon fan. Love me some Pokemon. Or Pokemon. In the Netherlands we say Pokemon. At least I do.
I think it stands for Pocket Monsters.
It does?
Pokemon, yeah.
I only know the one, the yellow one.
Pikachu.
I was gonna say, but I don't remember the name. I think this is done. Turning this off. That was all the action at the stove today. I'm gonna put it. The sieve is here, not so you don't think that I'm putting my meat in the sink. Just draining some of the fat off. Not because I do not enjoy fat, of course I do, but I don't want to get, I want to get as less moisture onto the bread as I can. I don't know if you can see, but there is some fat dropping. Some droplets, or whatever they are called. Now let's shake it. Is, and now this I'm going to put over there. Let's take everything out of here. That's good.
So this is going to be a pizza that is well filled with beef.
Yes.
It's not just sprinkled on top.
No. But before we put this in the oven, we need to add some cheese. The recipe calls for a very small amount of cheese, so I'm not really sure if this is all I'm gonna put on there. I will see, cause surprise, surprise, I have another bowl.
Wow.
Just in case. I'm getting the feeling that they might have been right with the amount of cheese. Yeah, I think the one bowl is enough. Okay, so now this goes in the oven for about 10 minutes. In those 10 minutes I can clean up a little bit, and I also need to cut our iceberg lettuce and the cucumber, which is going to go on top of the Turkish pizza bread once it comes out of the oven. And there, 10 minutes on the timer. If we feel that it's not long enough, then of course we can just add some minutes to it. Let me get rid of the crumbs.
On Beam, we have Angel joining us. Welcome, sir. Nice
Hi,
to see
Angel.
you. He put a nice sticker of the sun wearing sunglasses.
Oh, he's
Ooh.
modifying the emotes.
Well, not. It's a Beam emote, I think. So.
Oh, that's the other one. I thought our son.
No, no, no.
No, okay.
You have a little sun emote as well.
I
That's
do.
true. Yeah.
Okay. So let's cut this up, and then I can clean a little bit.
Sure.
I have 2 iceberg lettuce leaves, but they were so big that I had to kind of divide them, because I think this was like half one, so the leaves were like huge. So I'm just putting them on top. It might be way too much lettuce, but we will see. I'm rolling them up. Do you hear the crispiness? I really enjoy iceberg lettuce. And now I'm cutting it into very small strips. Or thin strips, I should say. So that we can sprinkle them on top of the bread easier when it's done. As you can see, I'm not using any chefy knives today, just the smaller ones. Not in a chefy mood. Honestly, I'm never in a chefy mood, but not today. So today is a very easy dish. You can fill the bread with whatever you want. You do not even need to use Turkish bread. I think you can go with whatever bread you want. Almost done here. Okay, I'm gonna put that in here. It should fit, and it does. And then for the cucumber, I don't think we need that much. Maybe like this. Yeah, I think this will do it. I'm gonna give this a quick rinse, because I want to leave the peel on there. Let me dry my hands, and then I'm gonna cut them with my cheese. With my cheese thingy. I don't know what this is called. In the Netherlands, well, we usually buy our cheese not sliced, but as a block. And then to make it into cheese slices, I use this, which is called a kaasschaaf. I have no idea what this is called in English, but it doesn't only cut cheese, it also cuts very thin slices of cucumber. This thing came with me when I moved from the south of the Netherlands to the west in 1997. So in 2 years, this is going to be 30 years old. Brabantia. Back then, real quality. I think we are almost there. That's enough.
Hamza says, that's so smart.
Yeah. That's it. We don't need more. I'm going to put this here with our lettuce. And then it's time to clean up a little bit because we still have 6 minutes on the clock. So let's do some rinsing here. And then clean up some stuff. Because this is the sink where I drained the meat in, and now it's all, it has a very fatty layer now. Which needs to go. So that's rinsing.
Hamza is thinking that we're going to have ice cream for dessert today.
You do?
And Hamza is asking, are we thinking the same thing, Mrs. A?
I don't know. It's a well-traveled cheese slicer. Yes, it is.
That it is, Archie.
It's not an antique, yes, yet. But it's getting there.
Archie says you can never have too much cheese.
Yeah,
And
that's
according to Hamza, cheddar's better when it's just aged just right. Brie is creamy, pure delight. Gouda's good and melts with ease, but nothing beats a plate of cheese. And then Uncommon Wolf says, a Bernie feta will crumble nice. Fresh mozzarella on the top of pies. A nutty Swiss served with bread will appeal to any cheesehead. People are rhyming today in chat. I love it.
When it is time to make our Christmas poems, I'm gonna come knocking at your doors.
Yeah, maybe
So,
you
yeah,
can assist with the Christmas poems. That would be cool.
you are warned.
So Hamza and Uncommon Wolf are the ones that you need to
Yeah?
grab by the neck and yep.
So that's just a spoon. Where is the lid? So let me put all these spices away because I do not need them anymore. And for those of you who like to have stuff organized, the lower shelf of my herbs are on alphabet. So if you know your alphabet, you also know where my spices go.
Uncommon Wolf says, I have over 100 poems I've written on my computer.
Really? Maybe you should kind of find somebody to print them and make them into a booklet.
Or you could just do a WordPress website
Yep.
and just, you know, put them on there.
Way too organized for you? Well, for me, this is the easy way.
The funny thing, guys, that you don't see is that every bit of those little pots is labeled.
Yep.
And the typical thing is when you open the cabinet, they are sorted alphabetically, but everything starts with an A. So we'll have a cinnamon and a knoflook and you know, all the good stuff.
Hey, idiot.
Wow.
And so I'm going to put this back in the refrigerator. 2 more minutes. Oh. Oh. I think I need a bigger board. Let's use this one instead of the smaller one. So this can go here, this goes here, this goes here, this there. This also means less sorting after dinner, when most of the stuff goes into the dishwasher. Not everything, but a lot. Here, here. Now rinse this side. Beep beep. Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm coming. Okay, so that doesn't help. Let's see. Stop beeping. Now let's see. I think we're done.
You do?
Yep. Wouldn't it be, well, I don't want to say funny. Wouldn't it be a disaster if I slid this and then the thing went floop?
Oh.
Oh, bad thoughts. We ain't having that. Okay, now we only need to add the knoflook sauce and then the greenery, and then it's already done.
Wow. Early
Easy
today.
peasy, yeah. Let me grab the knife to cut the thing, or do I use, no, I want this one. I think we are early today. 7, okay.
I agree.
So, you want a lot of garlic sauce on there, or?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
My neck is itching, okay. Is this a new one? No. I was wondering if for whenever you think, what is she doing? This is a squish bottle, but when you buy them new, there is this aluminum foil thingy underneath, so on here, underneath this lid. And I was checking whether that was still there. Because on many occasions, I wanted to put mayo, curry, or whatever on the food, and I was squeezing, and nothing came out. And I thought, that's not going to happen today. Today is going to be a good day. I do 1 round on the dough. You think this is enough, or
What do you think, guys, in chat?
do we add more?
No, I think it's enough. We can always add more if we want to.
On the plate, yeah, we can. So now let's do some cucumber.
According to Christina, it looks yummy, and Uncommon Wolf says, looks good to me. And Arky's asking, what are you squirting on the pizza?
Garlic sauce. That is what I was squirting. just making sure that we also get some vegetables in our bodies today. And then just adding some.
So guys, this is not your typical Italian pizza bottom with tomato sauce and, you know, it's not your
We
typical
could
pizza.
add another layer of the garlic sauce on top.
Yeah,
Or not.
maybe do that if it's on the plate if you
Yeah.
want to.
Okay, let's do that. So this and this needs to go to the plate. I need to grab 2 plates.
Okay then, says Archie, carry on.
Carry on.
And Christina says, how are you ever going to cut this nicely?
Yeah, that I don't know.
That's a good question,
That's
Christina.
what I'm wondering myself. So I'm just going to start on this side. Also, do not believe that we will be eating this full, all of it today.
Archie says, well, it went from possible to blecht. Well, Archie,
you don't need to add all the greenery.
you can put on it whatever you want, Archie. It's not, you know, it's a recipe. It's a guideline, a basis.
I'm going to need a bigger knife.
Right, roll.
Ah, okay. There's that.
According to Archie, you need a mezzaluna to cut that easily.
I don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
Is that one of those things that you use to cut your pizza?
Probably. According to Uncommon Wolf, we need one of those giant pizza blades they use at the pizzeria. Well, this looks like Mrs. A did a bang-up job to me, but, you know.
I'm going to leave this. I don't know if that's going to be enough or not, but then we always can have seconds.
Of course. Fax me some. I want some, Peter. Come on now. Okay, Jack, coming up. Your wish is our command.
And there we have it, folks. The dish of today. Let's throw some stuff on the floor. Turkish bread pizza with ground beef. Let me see if I can get close enough to you that you can actually see.
I think it's better to
Filming?
do that with the phone and not right here with this. But you'll get your usual close-up in a second, guys. We will be right back. Alrighty, let's see if we can get some stuff done here. Angel with the moo timer on beam. That's funny, Angel. That's a funny emote. Let's get some of this stuff going.
And I need one for the garlic sauce. Where did that one go?
Put this like so. Auto rotate, turn that off. Good. Good, 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 good. Get the phone in here. Start my app. And see if we can get you a little close-up of the thing, guys. There we go. Start broadcast. Good. I think I want to eat these.
There is a slice of cucumber on this side. We need to take that up, otherwise you cannot see the filling. Yeah, and that one too.
Oh,
That one.
this already tastes very good. I need my utensils, please. Thank you.
So guys, for those of you native English speakers, what's the difference between utensils and cutlery?
That's a good question.
Oh, I see what Aki just wrote. It translates to half moon. It's a big blade that you rock back and forth to cut the pizza. I know those.
A half moon, mezzaluna.
Yeah, that you do this. Yeah, I don't have that. I do have this rolling thing where you can cut your pizza with.
Let's see how this looks. Not in the middle, but
In a minute, Hamza, let us take a picture first and then you can talk to us about the hagelslag.
yes, because we want to hear about the hagelslag as well. Let's do
It
this.
has been featured in movies and in series and
Hagelslag.
hagelslag.
Does this look okay, guys, or do we need some more?
A little bit. No, just leave it.
Yeah, we need some more room here for the text underneath.
Sorry.
Mrs. A.B. Coffin. Okay, guys, this is the picture we have.
Yeah.
Okay, let me straighten this out. You do your thing.
And that's it.
Okay, here we go. Archie with the... Okay, muting for a second. Okay, here we go. Archie, here we go.
The dish of today, Turkish bread pizza with ground beef and greenery.
Green stuff. Well, to me, this looks good. I'm happy with this result.
Okay, so to Uncommon Wolf, they the same thing. Utensils can also mean other things aside from cutlery though, like medical utensils. Ah, okay. So this would be cutlery. Basically your knife, your fork, your spoon to eat soup. Instruments. Okay. Yeah?
All clear. Thank you.
Okay, well thank you for that.
Peter's gonna eat good. Peter is gonna eat good. I hope so.
Do you think that we can just bite it?
You can take it with your hands and just go.
They are also called flatware. That I never heard of.
Flatware?
Getting hibachi tonight.
Ooh.
Or silverware, yeah, that. But doesn't that kind of point at them actually being from silver or just silver colored? Look at Jack. Filet mignon, fried rice and veggies. No mushroom because I hate mushrooms. And can we just bite it?
Ah, it's so good because there's so much meat on it.
Oh.
I just want to show you the bottom and then the thick layer of meat that's on it. This is like shawarma. Ermagerd. Look at it. It's like 2 fingers. You have the bottom and then you have the meat on it. Oh, I can't even. This is a meat lover's bread pizza, guys. Yep, there you go, Jack.
So Hamza's story. Long story short. In the late 90s, Danish bikers smuggled goods into Holland and always stopped at the same cafe. One day, one of them didn't finish their hagelslag and coffee. Then police took a DNA sample from it and identified the criminals. So hagelslag basically solved the criminal case. And that is why, even till today, we love hagelslag.
That's why criminals hate hagelslag. Oh.
Yeah. Oh my.
Good story, Hamza. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Didn't know. Was there what was this series that we watched where the girl was like a gun for hire? Like a contracted killer. She was in Amsterdam and then for the first time ever had like a sandwich with a hagelslag.
I think you watched that. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
It was killing something. Killing Amy or some lady's name. Utensils, the broadest term, refers to tools used for eating, cooking, or serving food. It includes forks, knives, spoons, as well as cooking tools like spatulas, whisks, and ladles. Cutlery, general term used to refer to items used for cutting and eating, specifically forks, knives, and spoons. Commonly used in British English, while American English, silverware or flatware is often used instead. Okay, now I need another bite.
Oh my. It's like eating the biggest hamburger I've ever had. Because
But the barbecue sauce and the garlic sauce go really well together. And the herbs on the ground beef.
I don't know if you can hear it, but the bread is really crunchy.
It is. Also, since it's the first Sunday of the month, there is a kitchen meeting in the dorm, as you guys know, so I will be right back. See you later, Hamza. You better not be late for the kitchen meeting. Okay, Uncommon Wolfpedia. Flatware, in American English, refers to table utensils as forks, knives, and spoons, but it excludes serving or cooking tools. The term flatware emphasizes that these items are usually flat and used for eating. Silverware. Traditionally, it means utensils made of silver. Nowadays, it's used more broadly, especially in American English, to refer to any forks, knives, or spoons, regardless what material they are made of. Hashtag so crunchy.
And it's very crunchy, the bread. And there is a hint of spice.
But for us, it's not too spicy.
Yeah. Oh man. Do I have garlic sauce on my whole face?
No.
Feels like it. Okay, so from the other half, I took off the lettuce and the cucumber and put it back in the oven. So that in case when we want to have another one, it's still going to be slightly warm.
Luke.
Pizza!
Oh, knoflook. Hey, Jack. Why are you going to Groningen? Because in the early chat, Jack wrote, I can't wait to go to Groningen. Why?
Is she going to study there?
What's there?
Do an exchange program?
Going to see some friends. You have friends in Groningen? Good.
It's the crumbles. as we call it. This is really good.
Jack has friends in high places.
Time for some warm tea, Mrs. A. Yes, but first,
Food.
first this.
I say high places, Jack, because Groningen is all the way in the north of the Netherlands, so high places compared to where we are. It definitely looks and sounds good. Well, I'll do you one better, Common Wolf. It smells and tastes fantastic.
I'm very happy that I added the 3rd teaspoon of the shawarma herb blend.
Oh. That's why it's so important that you taste everything. My God. Yeah, it's North NL.
Those are the two I cannot experience through the screen, sadly. Well, you could either take Peter's word for it, or you can make one of your own. And honestly, you can use whatever bread you want and whatever sauce or whatever meat
Yeah.
you want. But I do, and although not everybody will agree, add some fresh greenery on top.
I think it's fantastic. But you went totally overboard with the amount of meat.
Well, the recipe calls for 300. I buy my ground beef in a 1 kilogram package. Always. It's the cheapest, so that's what I do. And then I divide it into 5 smaller packages of 200 grams each, because with 2 persons, 200 grams is usually enough. But the recipe calls for 300, so either I could decide, okay, I'm going to use less meat or more. And then I went with more.
You could not just have made half a package.
No, it's frozen. I buy it in a kilogram package, divide it up, and I put it in the freezer. So it's 200 or 400, because once it's defrosted, I don't want to put it back. So there's that. I'll get the hibachi around 5 or 1700.
You still have a couple of hours then, Jack. You better make sure you're hungry.
I'll have to see if I can find that bread in my European store. I think I've seen it there.
Well,
They sell it here like the big one that we have, but they also sell smaller ones, so that they are like a bun, like that size. Yep, it's, I think it's nice. It's called Turkish bread. It may look different from this, but yeah, would be nice. Or any flatbread would do too, with the filling.
if you are unable to find this type of bread, I suggest if you can find naan bread, which is Indian.
Yep.
This will go great with that as well, but you cannot like take the top off as much.
It's easy, but it's thinner.
Yep.
Turkish bread is like 2 fingers high.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
Like if you have a baguette, French baguette. Yeah, naan or gyro, which we call pita, pita bread.
You can put the filling in the gyro bread.
But this is different.
Yeah.
This
The-
will make
the
a very
bread-
different
Yeah, yeah,
texture to eat.
yeah. It does. And the taste, the bread is just really, really nice.
I've been having my German cookies and stroopwafel with my tea in the mornings. Ooh. Nice, Jack. Good way to start your day. Tea with a stroopwafel. Great way to start your day.
Do you do the trick with the stroopwafel where you put it on top of the cup?
Because we're telling everyone to do that.
Since I'm 60% German. Duh!
60, Jack. Wow. I swear Jack's getting more German every week.
Uncommon Wolf, when you make the dish with whatever bread you will be using, put a picture on Peter's Discord.
Yes.
Can you give the is he?
He can do it. If you do exclamation mark Discord,
Yeah.
you will get the details.
It will give you the link.
Easy peasy. Hold it over tea so caramel melts.
Yep.
Yeah. Discord.me/APG. I usually do Rossinis. What is that? Doesn't sound like German cookies, Jack.
Sounds Italian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rossini's German cookie. Hey, there's Shane. Hiya.
So now we have an uncommon wolf and an unforgiven Theofa.
And we have Uncle Jack.
Waffle cookie with Nutella-like filling. Okay. Ooh. We call them knoppers.
Maybe.
I think that's about the same.
I'm not Unc.
No, you're not Uncle. You're Jack.
Uncle Jack. How are you all? It's Sunday, Shane. We're doing okay. We're eating. And we're streaming, so.
This is good.
This food is to die for. You want to see the food real quick, Shane?
Now, just to wait for someone to accept me on Discord. Is that something you can do quickly?
Yeah, I can do that. Hold on. Just showing Shane the food. Ho 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 ho.
So we made a Turkish bread pizza with ground beef. And then some healthy stuff on top.
Really thick layer of ground beef. Oh. And we do have some cheese, grated cheese, left to put over that, but I don't know if we're going to make a second serving.
It actually was.
Let me start Discord real quick on the laptop over here, Uncommon Wolf.
Peter is gonna give you a roll. I think that is what needs to be done.
Yep, that's it.
I think it's gonna open here.
Likely. It's gonna open over the chat that we
that's okay.
Always have on the monitor. Beep, bop, boop.
I think a long time ago I made another version of this bread, but I'm not really sure whether that was during a stream or if I just like in a weekend wanted to make something easy.
There you go, Uncommon. You now should have access to the entire server.
I'll bombard you with the food pictures I already have saved.
Uh-oh. Well, we have a food channel for that, so...
Yep. There might be some inspiration there.
Or maybe we'll get some inspiration.
No, that's what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Once they are posted.
Sure.
That's the same beep.
But that's a camera beep. Either that one or this one. It's this one. And I don't know why this camera is beeping. I think it's because it ran out of battery. And yeah, I did a thing.
You did a thing?
where I used this one. I powered this one with the thing that I usually use to power the other one.
People are now looking at a black screen.
I know. I will switch that to.
But they can hear us, right?
Yeah, they can hear us.
Okay.
So I'm switching this to food for y'all. Give me a second while I plug in this adapter thingy, and then plug in this adapter thingy. So the thing that I thought was going to work is not working, which is good to know, because that's how we learn, that things don't work. Okay. Here is that. Let's wait a few seconds until we switch the camera back on. Because if the battery is truly empty, the screen went black, Mrs. A, so we can't hear you. Yeah, you can hear us, because audio and video are two separate things in this household.
There was no post in the Discord today.
No post?
Oh, I forgot. Oh no, I was thinking I need to do this and that, and I forgot.
There you go.
I did change the title on Beam, that I remember.
I changed the title
and
everywhere.
I forgot. I'm sorry, Dragon.
And we have Aurora Glenn. That's a name I haven't seen in a bit.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, lady?
Can you show Dragon what we made?
It was just on screen, but
okay.
I will happily do so. This was the food that we
welcome,
had.
Dragon.
Welcome, Dragon. Welcome in. Welcome, Aurora Glenn. Welcome in.
She saw it. Okay.
Everyone who just joined, welcome in.
Too much cucumber for me. Well, you can leave the cucumber off and just do some iceberg lettuce.
Optional. I mean, you know.
Or not at all.
Yes. Enjoy the food. Thank you, Uncommon Wolf. We will have a look in Discord at the pictures that you're posting. We're doing okay, Aurora Glenn. We had the flu. Still have a little bit of sniffiness and headache and stuff going on, but we're better than we were. So we're happy it's Sunday and we get to be streaming for y'all again and cooking and chatting with everyone.
It's been a while since I've been able to catch you. Well,
you're always welcome, Aurora Glenn. Always, you know it. Every Sunday.
Yeah.
We are here every Sunday. Well, at least we try to be.
Have you made up your mind?
About what?
Whether you want to eat the other part too?
I don't want to eat the other part because I don't want to overeat.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's still yummy tomorrow. If we want to eat it tomorrow.
We need to reheat it then tomorrow.
Yeah. Wondering how that's going to go. Let's try. I will remember that. No worries, Aurora Glenn. You don't have to set a timer. I mean, pop in when you want to. Pop out when you want to. But just saying, you're always welcome. It's nice to see an old Mixer/Beam name back in chat.
Yeah, that's indeed. Because Beam has been a while.
Yeah, Mixer's been a while. A couple of years now. I still go like, Mixer. I remember that.
Too long.
Too long, yeah.
But a lot of people scatter.
Yeah, most people found their way to Twitch, but not everyone has found their way back to the stream because we're now doing it on MrsAmazing's channel.
Yeah, that's true.
Not on my channel anymore, so yeah, that's the thing. Yep. But hope you're well, and you've been keeping well, and as I said, nice to see you. I need to play with this a little bit because the screen turned off when I I messed with the things. It'll turn back on. It's a bit slow. It's an older monitor, so it takes a little while to start up and stuff.
It's a bit like us, also a bit slow. Takes us a little while to get up in the morning.
Yeah, that was part of my problem. That, and I am now on a day shift instead of nights.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Getting a more regular.
Is it like a permanent change, or is it like changing every week? Because I remember I used to work shifts when I was young at a factory, and it changed like morning shift, afternoon shift, night shift, morning shift, afternoon, night. So you were always like, whoa, what's going on? was pretty confusing at times.
Permanent change.
Permanent
Okay.
change, okay. Are you happy with it, or since you're used to working nights, I can imagine that it's a big shift if you're, now are up during the day and sleeping at night?
Very
happy? Okay.
That's good.
Well, I hear that from more people. We have a good friend from Sweden, Mr. Preparian. Maybe you remember his name also from Mixer. He used to do night shifts as well and switched to a day job, which was very convenient for him because now he says he can finally have a regular, normal life like all the people, 9 to 5 and sleep at night.
But it's also for the streaming schedule.
Yeah, it's
Because
better
when
for
you
streaming
work
also.
days, nights, midday, it's difficult to have a regular schedule.
True.
So that's
True.
Yeah. Okay. So if you give me your plate,
Well, what then?
and then I'm going to take them away.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I kind of miss working from 5 to 1 and having the rest of my day open. Yeah, I know people who have been working night shifts for like most of their working years, and they enjoyed it very, very much. But for me, it wouldn't be. I would be sleeping at the job because I'm a morning person, and like at 10 in the evening, I'm that tired. So for me, I don't think it would be. But I understand that when you work at night, you have a lot of time during the day.
Well, you need to sleep part of that day
Yeah,
too.
that's true too.
To get a day shift, you have to work nights first, as it is seniority based.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so you've done your time in the night shift. Now, welcome to the day shift.
Meaning that you now are a senior.
You've earned it. Uncommon Wolf, I kind of miss working 5 to 1. So if you start working at 5, what time did you used to get up? Like 3 or 4 in the morning in order to prepare, I don't know,
Wouldn't that
shower,
be like 5
get
in
your
the
stuff?
afternoon?
Is that the thing? Because he says having the rest of my day open. So I'm thinking 5 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon.
Ah, okay.
And then having the rest
So
of the
6,
afternoon?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Yeah, that's an 8 hour
I'd wake up
shift.
at 4, okay.
Yeah.
Take good care. Thanks for sharing your meal with us. Thank you for joining us on Beam Streaming there, Angel. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah.
Have a good afternoon. Enjoy your night.
And maybe we've inspired you. Who
Maybe,
knows?
you can make this
Because
dish sometime.
if, highly recommend. For sure. But thank you. And goodbye.
Bye, Angel. See you next time. Though 7 to 3 isn't much different, I suppose. Well, if you get up at 6, start at 7, work to 3, you still have a couple of hours where the stores are open, so.
Yeah, well, stores are
That could
open
work.
24 hours a day almost. Well,
Yeah,
not everywhere, but.
You know,
Ah, there is the sunshine with the sunglasses.
there's the sun, on Beam. Angel's going to sit outside in the garden, I think.
Yeah.
Enjoy some sunshine.
So, Dragon Road, I enjoyed school hours. I've been working retail. I've worked retail for a long, long time,
Yeah, you did.
which was 96. But then every Thursday, the store was open from 9 till 9. So either you worked from 9 to 6 or from, I don't know what it was, 11 to 9 or whatever. And Saturdays and sometimes even Sundays around holidays. So when I moved from the south to the west, I said, I don't care what I have to do, but I'm not going to do retail anymore. I don't want to do it with the
It was
weird
also
hours
because,
and,
but it was not just the hours. It was also because you had to stand on your feet all day.
yeah, and that
Which
was
is,
not, that was just
tiresome.
not for me. So I landed myself a cushy office job,
Cushy.
and now I work from 8 to 4:30.
A lot of things close here around 2100. Why are you saying 2100, Uncommon Wolf?
So that
Is that so that we understand that it's 9 in the evening?
Yeah.
Because you could just say 9 p.m., but
Yeah.
that's typical.
So,
Look,
but
Angel on Beam used the original sun emote that you have, and then Dragonspun modified it to have a deal with its sunglasses on Twitch. That's
how
funny.
can we not love you?
So cool. Such a cool sunshine.
That's so cool, yeah, it is. Yeah.
I work warehouse receiving, so I'm on my feet all day from 6 to 2:30. Oof.
I have my phone set to a 24-hour time.
Okay. Well, here in the Netherlands, it's pretty common to use 24-hour time because everybody writes that. Some people will say like, yeah, it's 3 in the afternoon, so we don't say 1500 hours, but we will write 1500. If you have like an agenda or daycare, whatever
Look at
planning
that.
thing, then that's what we'll use.
It's pretty time.
Party time.
Party time.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Military time, Jack.
Yeah, that's what we think.
Lekker man.
I think it's going to be somewhere there.
Somewhere in the middle. Are you ready? Guys, here we go.
Show whoop. Woof.
Show whoop woof.
I forgot. I can't remember. But Dragon said I needed to do the zwoof or zwoop, so that's what I'm doing.
There we go.
10 minutes on Moo, the timekeeper. 2 hour time brought to you by Miss Dragonspan.
The question is,
Are
we going to have some tea?
Do you want dessert?
I could eat some ice cream.
Could we do a Magnum Delight?
We could.
A quick hello from our Sunday date night.
Wow. Hello, Sunday date night.
Yeah, they went out for dinner.
Oh,
And,
nice.
I always tag him on Instagram, and then he wrote, "Yeah, I'm gonna join later because I'm out for dinner." And I'm thinking, enjoy the dinner, man. And when
Don't
you
worry
have,
about us.
When you have time, you can come later or not.
What did I miss? You missed nothing. Because
Oh, you missed the food, but we can show you a picture. Look, Turkish bread pizza with ground beef.
Turkish bread pizza. So it's a sort of like, there's a huge thick layer of ground beef on there.
There's a mix mash of countries there.
It doesn't really show, but it was amazing.
really
we loved
good.
it.
I still have half of it left.
We
which
did,
We're gonna
Fonzie.
make. I'm gonna reheat that tomorrow.
Yeah, we have half of the thing left. We just ate a quarter
Yeah.
each. I'm glad it was enjoyed.
Yes, it was really.
It was
really
very
nice.
much Fonzie. Say hi to Mrs. Fonzie.
Yes.
Give her a big hug from us. We miss you guys much.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But
enjoy
date
your
night.
date. Yay.
We
Date
never do
night.
date night.
We do date night every Sunday.
No, this isn't date night.
It isn't?
Date night is where I put on a dress and you a suit and then you go out somewhere fancy.
Wait, Fonzie, is that what you do? You put on a suit and Mrs. Fonzie puts on a dress? I mean, I've seen Mrs. Fonzie in a dress.
So
She looks great, but Mrs. A is not really the dress type, so I'm kind of...
I don't own a dress.
I think
Not a skirt, not a
I'm getting
dress.
my leg pulled here a little bit.
Weather is awesome, so taking advantage. We have been
nice.
very nice weather throughout the week, although we couldn't really enjoy it because of the flu. But yesterday was nice. Today was a little bit more chilly, but still sunshine, blue sky. So it was nice. Yep. Rolling on the floor. Me in a dress, not happening. No, not you.
Not you.
You in a suit.
You in a suit and Mrs. Fonzie in a dress.
In a dress. Well, she wears dresses.
Well, hey, at your wedding you wore a Scottish kilt,
Yeah,
which
you
is
did.
sort of a dress.
Yeah, but
more like a skirt, but okay.
Yeah.
Uncommon Wolf tries to keep an open mind, expand his understanding of the world. I also have my computer and phone set to display temperature in Celsius.
Oh.
Well, welcome to the civilized world, Uncommon Wolf,
You cannot
where we
say
have
that.
24 hours and metric system.
Yeah.
Yeah. BRB going to drive home. Drive carefully.
Hey now, Peter. Yeah.
Hey now, Peter. Well, Dragon, come on now.
Hey now. Hey now.
I mean, even Golden Steph. I still use F, but I convert it for you C people.
Yeah, you see people.
Us C people.
Us C
Yeah.
people, yeah.
It's weird how things work in, you know. He's Canadian.
Canadian.
He is. He's going to be paying his
Yeah.
butt off for Teslas.
Every time when
wants
I
to buy
have
one.
to explain to someone that the meeting is at midday, you know, at 12 o'clock, but not at midnight. I never know if that's AM or PM. I cannot remember. I think we found Angel again, or he found us.
Angel found us.
Yeah.
Angel was like, we're bye bye.
I think someone might be pushing some buttons.
Somebody's pushing buttons. Midnight is AM. Noon is PM. I know, it's weird.
Yeah.
I'm an unrepented effer.
Yeah.
You might want to rephrase that, Arky. An effer?
A Fahrenheit.
A Fahrenheiter.
I don't.
Because morning and afternoon changes at noon. Well, for me, I know, but
But
Mrs. Aegis can't remember.
I don't know.
But 12 a.m. is at midnight.
What I also found, okay, let's call
12 a.m.
Yeah.
is 12 at midnight.
Yeah.
A.m. at midnight. 12 a.m.
Okay. After 12 minutes, it's 11:59, and then it's midnight, 12 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And what comes after that? 1 minute later. What time is it then?
12:01 a.m.
Is it 12:01?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering. Wouldn't that be just
And then it
Zero,
and
zero,
then it goes to 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. until 12 again. But that 12 is noon, so it's 12 p.m.
okay?
But if you just remember 12 a.m.
Because
at midnight.
I'm always thinking, okay, that means just that it's weird for me.
Why?
Because from 12 it goes to 1.
Yes.
And for me 1 would be earlier than 12. So why, I don't know.
But you have 12 on your clock and then comes 1. So how is 1 earlier than 12?
About 1 o'clock.
Because we say it's what time is it? It's 12 o'clock. Wow. That's late. It's bedtime. And then it turns 1 o'clock.
But
so
then
where's
the
the logic?
hours start all over again. So,
Mrs. A is having a
I'm
loopy
having
thought. Grippa.
Grippa's here, pizza time.
How's life in Leiden?
But
Grippa?
different pizza time we had today.
I'm totally going to use that to teach Adeline now.
Yeah.
Think of midnight as 0, so it's a.m. Well, maybe I think because you say a.m. and you say at midnight, it's 12 at midnight, then it's sort of like, how do you call that? Easier to remember the thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's correct. We write it as 0 in, or 2400 in metric.
But then it doesn't become 2401.
No,
It becomes
0.01.
yeah.
Ain't too shabby, my guy. Weather's on point. A little cold, but the sun is out. So in human solar panel mode, how's it going on your end? We're doing okay, Crippa. We were down with the flu for the week, but we seem to have recovered a little bit.
Okay.
We're still a bit, clogged up and sniffy and headachy and stuff, but it's getting better.
Look at Dragon's She says at 12:30 in the morning, it says midnight 30.
I say midnight 30. That's cool.
I would think it's just, so it's 30 minutes of the new day.
Midnight 30.
So why is the 12 still there, if that's the end of the day?
There's no 12? Where's the 12?
The 12, when it's midnight.
Yes.
It's 12:00. That's
yeah.
when the day ends. And then the new day starts. Why does the new day start with 12:01?
Well, how would it start?
With 001. No, midnight. Midnight is really. So from 11:59, the clock goes to 0.0000. You see? Yep. Okay.
Ads. Hang on.
No. Yeah, there is a 3-minute. I scheduled the ads because we usually put the start screen on for like 5 minutes. So I told Twitch, okay, you can start with ads 3 minutes into the stream, because then they can do ads over the beginning stream, which is no problem. And then every hour, 3 minutes.
But when is it 3 minutes on the hour? Or?
No, every hour.
Because it's not on the hour at all.
No,
because then I would expect 6, 7,
we didn't start
8.
on the hour.
We started a little after the hour.
Yeah, that means that everything.
But it's still not after the hour. It's
I don't know how it goes. It's 3 minutes per hour. I've got no idea how they calculate that, but I thought it might be better than, I think it was like 2 minutes every half hour. I don't know what it is. I'm just trying to.
Okay, back. I've had a couple of acid trucks come in. It's simultaneously 12 and 0 at the same time, Mrs. A.
Why not make it more difficult?
Plus the hubby stopped by for a few minutes. Hey, hubbies are not supposed to stop by unless they bring food. Because you're at work.
A day is technically only 23 hours and 59 minutes. We just round up to 24. At midnight it changes to the new day. At 00:00.
23:59. You see what he did there? So he says already.
Yeah.
23:59.
So when the 59th minute after 23 hours is over, then the new day starts.
Then it's 0.
Then it's 0.
Until it's 24 again.
Oh my God! I cannot wrap my brain around that.
Nah, he's heading up north. I had his jacket in my car. Oh. Another military type person. We used to have it at work.
24 hours. I was just explaining or asking that I never seemed to fathom whether midnight would be 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. And then Peter said, it's after midnight.
No, it's at midnight.
At midnight.
12 at midnight.
At midnight. And what is p.m. then?
Whatever you want it to be.
Whatever I wanted it to be.
You can say
post-morning.
You can say past midday.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't really make sense, but you know.
Military time, 24-hour clock. Yeah.
Prime morning. Yeah, but it's not really morning. It's confusing because 12 is midday. So then the morning is over technically. The afternoon begins. Yeah. So past the morning.
Past morning. I don't know what Angel is doing, but past morning.
Ignore.
Okay.
Past morning.
I can assure you all that the next time, what I now do when I schedule a meeting, I just do 1 p.m. Is that in the midday? Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah. Or I do 11:45 a.m. I never do the midday, or because I'm worried that people think that I'm nuts and that they're going to call me at midnight.
How?
Yeah, I won't pick up, but
Your work phone is off at midnight, so
People can be
post
stupid.
meridian. No, stop overcomplicating these guys.
I know that's technically what it is, yeah, but you know. Okay, so do you want the dessert? Or did we say we're gonna do dessert? Yeah. So let me clean this up. And you want your ice cream or do we do a small Magnum Delight?
Do a Magnum Delight. We have new Magnums, fresh Magnums, so
Yes.
I
at
like
midnight
the at
and
midnight.
past morning.
Past morning, yes.
Ah,
Going to use that for my granddaughter.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, if your granddaughter can understand it, I should be too, but I cannot make any promise.
Magnum Delights.
Magnum Delight. Oh,
Oh,
Crippa. Oh my God.
You've never seen Mrs. A make a Magnum Delight, Crippa?
Oh.
Wow, you're in for a treat. Did anybody notice our new placemats? No? Which Magnum Delights are we doing today?
There is only one.
There is only one Magnum Delight that has various ingredients consisting of various...
Magnums.
So there's that.
So let me get everything in place.
Could you scooch your chair back to the table so I can
Yeah, sure.
put the cam on? Magnum bar is what it actually meant. Well, we have a couple, but you'll see. You'll see. I noticed the lack of a million of circles. Yeah. Well, these are like sort of, I don't know.
It's like snake.
Snake skin pattern.
Yeah.
APG, it's Sunday. You should be using the holy placemats. Arky, what are those? We don't have those.
But these are multi-usable. Because can you turn it around?
Yeah, yes, I can.
Look.
Look,
And then we have rattlesnake.
this is rattlesnake. This is rattlesnake after baking in the fire.
Yeah.
Nice. Textured. Yes, they are textured. I'm going to put this cam back on, guys, because Mrs. A does some of her best work with the camera here.
So.
I want to quickly go here. Can you put it a little forward so people can see what you're doing?
What?
Yes, top down.
Oh, I wasn't. Okay. Let me put them back so I can show you what I'm doing. Our ice drawer. I find that.
Drawer.
Drawer. So we need a white one. White chocolate, almond, and regular chocolate. That's what we're doing today. And I'm very happy with this little drawer that we have. So this is the regular Magnum Mini, the white one, and then this is the almond one. No idea why these say moments of pleasure, and this says true pleasure for the future. So apparently we are not supposed to eat this one because it's for the future. So we open these. Oh my God, coughing. So these are Magnum Minis, so not the big ones, because then we wouldn't be able to eat 3. A white Magnum, and then the regular one. Does it say Magnum? Yep.
Could you do me a small favor, please?
Yes, hold on. Doing what?
Could you take the hagelslag, etc., out of the way? Because you can place it more to the front, that's okay. But it was exactly in front of the cutting board for the side cam. So if those are ingredients that you want to show off, then this would be better angle.
Better?
Thank you. Yep.
Okay, so here's the list. Yeah, we don't have a list. Magnum almond, white Magnum, regular Magnum. Chocolate sauce,
Oh, hold. Yes.
spraying whipped cream, hagelslag. In honor of the story by Hamza, who is now in a kitchen meeting at home. Hold on, I'm gonna do this. So basically you just make sure that you take the ice cream off the little wooden stick. Which sometimes goes easier than other times. Take it off. It's number 2.
Dragon says, be careful not to get splinters of the stick into your delights.
Yeah, I am, but thank you. Then you cut the ice cream in smaller pieces.
Unless you find them delightful. There you go, Arky. It was a note for everyone else, says Dragon. Mrs. A is clearly a pro.
Yeah.
Clearly.
This is actually a genuine own recipe.
Something Mrs. A came up with.
I didn't think about it, but I think I made first one years ago during a stream where someone said, is there no dessert? And we said, yeah, we can do ice cream. And then I thought, let's just cut it up. Let's make it fancy. So, you just grab some ice cream and put it in a very nice glass.
People can only see one of the two glasses, so there we go. Perfect.
And we never, ever throw away chocolate. And let's shake the chocolate. Shake the whipped cream. I'm standing on a lot of crumbs. Why do I think that this should be here? Ooh. And then we're going to add some sprinkles. Maybe I can do this.
Ta-ra!
And that is how easy it is to make a Magnum Delight.
Mrs. A's very own Magnum Delight, guys.
Let's eat, people.
Let's eat people.
Let's be delighted.
Oh, let's take this camera away again. So Kripa's lady was all over his shoulder. Be like, hey, we need to make this sometime. Which is funny.
It's easy.
But it's easy as 1, 2, 3, guys. Easy mode. I will show you the placemat. I need to get my phone. This is why I usually do the other screen, so that you don't see all the switching and stuff. We are so making this. That's what she said. Ooh, it's even better.
Who said that?
Kripa's lady. Look.
Kripa's lady.
Does your lady have a name, Kripa? Is she
Yeah.
Miss Kripa?
Lady Kripa.
Lady Kripa? Let's see if we can make a nice picture of this. Arky, are you ready with your
Wouldn't this
for
be
this
nicer
screenshot?
on a light one?
Whatevs.
Yeah.
Whatevs.
Whatevs.
Okay, start broadcasting. Good. Let's see if we can do.
Diet starts Monday. Diet starts Monday, I guess. Of course.
Always the same thing. Can
And
we
of
do like
course
so?
you can do this with whatever ice cream you like, whatever sauce you want, with or without whipped cream, whatever. It's so easy.
Haha! Whoa, wait.
I did. But I'm not sure if it was with or without your arms.
Hee hee. So guys, that is the thing.
That is the thing. We don't have a name. Or do we have one? No.
We don't have a.
We don't have a...
We don't have a thing.
Maybe we should take that picture.
I can't really see because there's no streaming. I don't know what it looks like. You need to start again. Because I can't tell. Okay, now it's black. Maybe I can just do this.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's better. Yeah?
Hold on, hold on.
Saved.
There you go, guys. Magnum Delight. Look it. You can see all the nice CTs in there.
So Mrs. Crippa is Vivi.
Vivi.
So
Well, hi, Vivi.
I'm guessing Vivian.
Hi, Vivian. Hi, Viv. Vivi. This is so easy to make if you're, just buy a couple of mixed Magnum Minis and Bob's your uncle.
Take it from me. Every dessert that you kind of plate up in a nice glass,
In layers.
in layers, is gonna look as if you have been in the kitchen for days.
It's going to look like $1,000,000.
Well, looks like the kids are ready to play our game, so I will catch you another time. Well, thank you very much for coming by, Aurora.
Have fun.
Sorry,
Nice seeing
Aurora,
you.
Glenn. It's nice seeing you indeed.
And maybe next time.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your day and have fun with the kids. We're going to have fun with our ice cream.
Yeah.
Holy moly. That's nice on my throat. Because it's cool. Keeps me from coughing.
It's getting very quiet in chat. I'm thinking people are running to the freezer to see if there is any ice cream there.
And whipped cream.
We usually have one of them spray cans of whipped cream.
It's
Flu
like
going around, it seems so annoying. I think 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago, I heard on the news that the flu epidemic in the Netherlands was done. And who got the flu a week later? So, yeah.
it's rubbish, mate. Ooh, big bite. They lied.
Apparently. Well,
One-
they didn't say flu season is over.
They could have, Archie.
They said the epidemic was done because there were less new cases reported at the general practitioners, at the GP.
Today, in the middle of Albert Heijn, I started to get sick, had to go home. Been on me back like a turtle all day.
Yeah.
Ooh. I sent a little something in Discord for you to look at later, Mrs. A.
By the way, Dragon had on her Discord a cookie recipe, which I think only 3 ingredients. But that was when I was still not feeling well, and then I wrote, I might make those, but I didn't, because the idea alone of making cookies wasn't really a good one at that moment. But those are the ones that I, for sure, I'm gonna try.
A 3-ingredient cookie.
Yeah, 3 ingredients cookie. I think
They're yummy.
it wouldn't surprise me if she made kind of like a drawing on how to remember 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. Wouldn't surprise me. I might go get one.
It surprised Miss Tracy because it's a cookie
Yeah.
with no flour.
That was the comment of Miss Tracy. Like, no flour? I actually could hear her say it. No flour? But there was none.
Is it a no-bake cookie?
No. Need to go
No.
in the oven.
You
Just
bake
no
it.
flour.
So no flour, does that mean it's gluten-free, or am I just not understanding what gluten are? You think so? I don't know if gluten comes from the flour or from something else in a dough, to be honest.
En dan in de tarwe en zo, hè. Zo in
Wheat?
flour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Okay.
I also saw a very nice recipe for Easter.
My brain is saying Easter. What?
Which is coming up really quickly. It's a puff pastry that you make into a round circle. I don't know exactly how to otherwise. Krans. Don't know what that is in English. But you basically fill it with hard-boiled eggs, but then in small pieces. And you combine that with cream cheese and put that on like 1/3 of the pastry. And then you grate ham, pickles, cheese, and something else, and that you put that on top, and then fold one layer over it, and then brush it with egg, and then the other one over it, and then you make it into a circle.
It sounds...
It sounds, yeah. I thought might be nice.
Pickle and egg?
I know what you're talking about. Hold on. One time I dated someone who was vegan, and she made cookies, and it was like eating a library book.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, when she wasn't looking, I piffed it out the window. Then after the we went for a walk, and she saw it on the street. I had a confession and told her I didn't like it.
Did it end your dating her? Haha, nah, she laughed and said, just be honest.
Yeah.
This tastes like cardboard. Ouch! Oh my.
At worst, she's unhappy, you don't like it, but you move on. Yeah, that's true. But I can understand that someone made a lot of effort in making cookies, and then they are not your taste. Let me put it like that. Because we don't all like the same things.
I have had little to no meat since Lent now. I'm racking my brain what Lent is. Is that a holiday?
Isn't that de vaste tijd? Wat met carnaval begint?
I don't know. My mom tells me she likes something, then leaves it sit. I'm like, you could just say that you don't like it, more for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
Yeah, so you're fasting before Easter.
Christian time of fasting before Easter. So you're fasting right now?
Yeah, but doesn't
Not
that
eating
mean
meat?
like not candy and stuff? I'm not sure.
We don't do Lent in my family.
No.
We don't do Lent in my family either, Dragon, so I'm confused. Fasting doesn't really do well in our family.
I have a
Is
colleague.
it not the other way around,
Yeah.
Dragon? Your family does not do fasting well, maybe?
Well, when fasting comes knocking, nobody opens the door at Dragonspon's house.
Yep, you.
Yeah. But I have a colleague who is religious, and she indeed does the fasting.
I didn't know it was called Lent.
I mean, yeah,
I'm like, okay.
that's a new word. We learned
Thank you.
I learned two
Learned a
new
thing.
things today.
12 at midnight?
12 at midnight and Lent. And I taught you how to make a Magnum Delight, so I think we're even.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Oh, I have new water.
We do lint in our family. I clean it out of the dryer each Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise it gets in your socks, Arky.
It,
It's no bueno.
no, otherwise your dryer just doesn't dry if the whole thing is filled with lint. That's how it works. Aki, do you have it's a dryer question, because I don't think that it exists in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, your dryer either has like a big pipe that goes outside where all
The hot
the
air
hot
is
air
dispersed.
goes to, and then there is this little filter, and also the moisture. And then there is this little filter for lint, or you have like our dryer, which has like a, let's put it, a garden hose at the end, and that's where the water comes, the moisture comes out, and it goes into the drain. So we don't have anything that goes outside. But in the United States, apparently, your dryer is hooked up to a big metal or whatever pipe, and that's where also the lint goes through. And then of course there are a lot of YouTube videos of people who haven't cleaned their lint trap or whatever the thing is called for ages, and then they say, yeah, my dryer doesn't work, and it's not that the dryer isn't working. There is no way for the machine to get rid of the lint and the hot air.
We have a reservoir that fills up and a tray that gathers lint that you
Yeah.
can remove.
Yeah, and where you have the reservoir, we are using this like garden hose type of thing that goes directly into a drain. So I never have to drain the reservoir, 'cause
Okay.
that's where the water doesn't go into.
Carnival is the time before the beginning of Lent.
Yeah.
To party it up before you have to fast for
Yeah,
Lent.
that's true. That's the same here.
But I thought this was a typical Dutch thing.
carnaval?
Carnaval.
Nou, carnaval is de start van het vasten. Het is een christelijk feest.
So it's in other countries as well.
Apparently.
I thought it was just like Germany and the
No.
Netherlands. Carnaval.
Yeah, as far as we know.
As far as we're aware. But what do we know?
Yeah.
That's better.
It's easier. You never have to slap the reservoir anywhere.
And trip and then, spill the water everywhere.
See, it's called different things in different countries. In the US, we call it Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras.
We know that from New Orleans.
I only know that everyone wants the bead chains at Mardi Gras.
But like in Buenos Aires, they also have like this Caribbean carnival thing.
Caribbean carnival.
Carnival going on. I don't know if it's the same time.
That's where you have all these feathers that you have saved throughout the year that people have put up your rear end and you can use them.
Look at Grandpa, very happy.
I know Brabant has carnival, right? Yes, they do. Mardi Gras with the beats and the girls with no tops. That's what I was thinking, Kripa. But yeah, I couldn't say that because it's a family-friendly stream.
Yeah.
The dryer has a built-in lint trap, and then it is piped directly to the outside so that the warm, moist air exit the house.
Yeah, okay.
There isn't any water drain connection to the dryers here.
No, you don't need it because it goes. It's piped out directly.
Is if the moist air is going outside, then it's outside.
But apparently there are older dryers who do not have a lint trap. And then the lint and the hot air and everything goes through the whatever pipe that is used.
So if Arky is drying, right, and I walk past his house, I run the risk of inhaling lint.
No,
that is
he
coming
has a
out.
lint trap.
Oh, he has a lint trap.
Yeah,
okay.
but for those who don't have a lint trap. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just getting blasted with hot, moist air,
yeah.
but no lint.
Yeah.
Well,
That's how it goes.
I'll just remember not to walk past your house on Sunday, I guess. Mardi Gras. It's the same thing in South Africa and the Caribbean.
Okay.
Caribbean. Carnival is generally a longer celebration, while Mardi Gras is just the last day of Carnival.
Okay.
I didn't know. I never celebrate Carnival nor Mardi Gras, so for me that's on you.
There's Angel again.
I think the cat's stepping on the Angel's keyboard.
I think you got too, yeah.
In the UK, it's called Pancake Day.
Really?
Get out of here. Get off my lawn, Uncommon Wolf.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn. It's also called Shrove Tuesday.
Really?
No. Now you're just making stuff up.
Shrove.
That's true. Me neither. But I love looking at the bright costumes. The internal lint trap isn't 100% effective.
Okay.
So you still need to periodically clean lint buildup from your dryer pipe. Otherwise, you could have a fire.
Okay. So the videos that I've seen were from people who haven't periodically cleaned the pipe and where it was full of, lint, but compacted. So the hot air couldn't get out anymore and then the dryer doesn't work.
So then you need to call the fire department and say, my dryer's on fire.
No, apparently it's a regular job. The lint dryer man. I don't know what that is.
Ding dong. Excuse me, ma'am.
The first time I saw it, I was really confused. I thought, how does that work? Because I don't think anybody in the Netherlands has a dryer that works like that.
Ding dong. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you need to have your lint removed?
I have a dryer fire.
Dryer fire, yeah. I just really want to look at some firemen today. Then the following day is Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
Then you take your palms from Palm Sunday to turn to ash, and they will bless you with the ashes.
Yeah. You get like this ash cross.
Okay.
From the priest in church. As Woensdag.
Okay.
It's called As Woensdag. So
Ash Wednesday,
as
yeah.
Woensdag as Wednesday. We have the same. So I think it's a Christian celebration, I'm guessing. Don't know exactly whether it's Catholic or Protestant or whatever other type of Christian.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to poke fun at religion,
Yeah.
but I wasn't raised religious, so I'm not used to all
No.
these rituals and not familiar with them. Some Christian
Different
religions, not
all
all of them.
but also not just one. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. My family. I was born into a Catholic family, and I went as a child. We went to church, and well, basically everybody did, and you got baptized, and then I don't know what the other one was. Can't remember. But on Ash Wednesday, you got your
In church.
in church.
Hmm.
And on, was it Palm Sunday? Yeah, on Palm Sunday you could get this little piece of greenery.
Palm.
Palm, yeah, I don't exactly know what plant it was. But
Palm.
was yeah, probably. But there are no palm trees in the Netherlands, so I don't know exactly what it was. But it was real. It was normal. I grew up in that environment. So it wasn't anything I ever thought about until I...
They probably just used the top of a pineapple.
Yeah. How did you injure your arm? Oh my God, this one, right? Yeah. So...
Story time with Mrs. A.
Story time with Mrs. A.
Do you have tea and are you sitting?
Although I wasn't feeling 100%, when the fever was gone, I thought I want to go outside because the weather is nice. But it was kind of warm, so just sitting in a chair, soaking up the sun was too warm. And then I thought, there are a few shrubs that need to be a little less shrubby. And then I have one that has this very pointy leaves, and while I was kind of cutting it, one of the leaves did, "Leave me alone." That's what this is. I got attacked.
Oh.
Less shrubby shrubs.
Attack of the shrubbery.
Yeah, attack of the shrubbery. But not only here. I had a t-shirt with short sleeves, yeah. But they pricked me in my neck and in my back, and at a certain point I got kind of entangled because I had to go underneath and to the back, and my arms were too short. It was a whole thing. They were in my hair and I got caught in it. And then I thought, if you do that, I'm gonna cut all the long, takken.
Branches.
All the long branches from the bottom until this high. And that's what I did. So now it's a tree. It's no longer a shrub. It's a tree with a shrub on top. And it's supposed to be circular, but yeah, it has a few lumps left and right. I gave up.
So you taught them right.
Yeah, whoa, the shrubbery.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it is. So, but it got way too big. It was a very nice little shrub.
Hashtag the adventures of Mrs. A.
And then it went poof.
Overnight.
And then, well, not overnight. And then it was growing into the yard of the neighbors, and I thought, we need to stop that. But yeah, it's a bit long.
We need to put a stop to the shrub.
Yeah, because we have these planters, I think these things are called. These, where the plants are in, and they have a stone layer, like I think this high, right? About this high. And I stood on that, and I needed to reach over this shrub, but I was too short. So, yeah, and it poked me again and again.
Just poke back.
Yeah, that was it. So, but that's where this came from.
Some areas in southern Europe, like Spain or Italy, they do have palm trees due to their Mediterranean
that's
climate,
true.
but they aren't abundant everywhere across the continent.
No.
No, they are. That's true on Commonwealth. We used to go to Turkey on vacation
Yep.
for a number of years in a row, and Turkey has
Poke me not.
a lot of palm trees. Poke me nuts, yeah. Has nothing to do with Pokemons, but yeah.
There probably there will be some rich dude in the Netherlands who wants palm tree in the garden and probably has them. And I think they need a lot of protection in the winter.
Palm trees?
Yeah, well, people have olive trees in their garden.
Mm.
It's not warm enough throughout the year in the Netherlands for olive trees.
Mm.
And then when the tree die, and they die because of the cold, then people are mad. And I'm thinking, yeah, maybe you need to put them in the greenhouse.
I didn't even think of Pokemons. I was thinking of forget-me-not flowers.
Yeah.
You'd need a greenhouse to
Yeah.
keep them warm, yeah.
Yeah, you know. So
Well, whenever I see palm trees, I'm thinking summer
yeah, that's true.
and nice weather and
Yeah.
sunshine, and
Yeah.
so palm trees for me is good. It's good memories, good
Yeah.
positive thing.
You need a greenhouse. You need a very tall greenhouse if you want to have palm trees. You.
What's up, Jack? What's going on? What you doing? Food ordered, pick up at 1700.
Nice.
Nice.
Our grape hyacinths are up. Do you mean
So,
green hyacinths or
do they grow
have
grapes?
Grapes.
62.
60. Oh my God.
Jeez.
For how many people is that?
Just Jack.
For 62 euros? What are you eating?
No, grape. They're bluish purple.
Look at Little Wolf. Hi.
Me, myself, and I. Little Wolf USA.
Yeah, I don't know, but 62 euro. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but it's going to last him for a week.
Oh, I thought it was just for now, like dinner.
For Hiabata. It's an upscale place.
Yeah.
Oh.
You pay upscale money.
How's it going, Little Wolf? Nice to see you in chat. I sent you a pic, Mrs. A. I picked one for my mom and took a photo.
Ah, nice.
Nice. Filet mignon, fried
Filet
rice
mignon.
and veggies.
Oh, that's what he was saying that he was going to eat.
Hibashi.
For 62.
So this is why it's expensive, because they're using fancy French names like filet mignon.
Apparently. I sent you a pic, Mrs. A. I picked one from my mom and took a pic.
I
You.
just read that.
Oh, okay. I'm doing good. What about yourselves?
Yeah, we're okay, Little Wolf. Thank you for asking. Appreciate you. We had flu this week, still a little under the weather, but good enough to stream, so we're happy to be
Yeah.
here today. Jack be like, "What?"
Yeah?
Instead of just calling it beef fried rice, they have to let you know it's filet. Well, you know, there is a difference between like fish and fillet, because fillet is the fish without all the bones and things that fish have.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
It doesn't.
fish fillet.
Yeah, but there is filet mignon. It's not fish.
No, but it's
just meat.
Fillet
It's
is
something without bones.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's something without bones,
But,
probably even without
Filet
fat.
mignon is from a more expensive part of. Is it cow?
I think it's cow. It's beef.
Yeah.
You two need to get better soon. Well, thank
Yeah,
you.
we do.
We want to. Or they say it's filet so they can charge you more money.
Yeah. If you give it a French name or something that sounds French, then it goes up in
Price
Filet
hike.
mignon.
Beef fried rice. Well, you know, if it's better quality beef, then you will probably notice that while chewing. So if you're
It should fall apart.
so if you take a bite, Jack, and you go like it's not filet.
And it's probably something different.
Filet mignon is a specific cut.
Yeah.
Yes, like Mrs. A said, a different part of the cow. Different.
Special cut.
special cut of meat.
We're not really anything beef.
Well, we do ground beef.
Yeah, but we don't do any of the steaks. We do none of that.
We're not really fans of the T-bone
And whatever else.
spare ribs is an exception, but
It's pig.
is pig.
I think. I'm not even sure. I think, yeah. Right? Spare rib is beef. Well, I don't know. Well, I don't care. If it's beef, I like them anyway, but
We like spare ribs.
I thought it was beef. I thought it was pig.
Is it pork or is it beef?
It's pork. Oh, yeah, it's not pig. It's pork.
Well, pork is pig, but
Yeah, but pork sounds posh. And then they can charge you more.
it's filet du porc.
Really, pork.
That works.
But is it called spare ribs because there is only meat in between the ribs? Like
No,
a
it's
spare
because-
part?
No, it's because they don't need the ribs. They're spare. They
Pork
can
is
spare
pork
them.
here. Nothing special.
Typically, you get pork spare ribs, but it's possible to get beef spare ribs.
So I think we have pork ones.
I can remember that we ate spare ribs at the Argentinian restaurant. This would be cow because they don't serve pork at the Argentinian restaurant, I think.
Argentina restaurant.
Yeah.
Shawarma.
No.
But Argentina.
In the city, years ago, we ate spare ribs. At the, what is it?
Oh. It's,
Tafu. I don't know. It's a double name.
yeah, it's no longer there.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It moved
Oh,
around the
no.
corner.
Okay.
Typical Argentinian food is beef. That's what I'm thinking on
Yeah.
Common Wolf. So that's
What's
why
it
I'm like,
called again?
okay, so it's.
Shabu. No,
Shabu
that's
shabu?
no, that's Japanese.
I don't know. There was an
That's sushi.
Argentinian thing where we went
What's it
one
called
day.
again?
So
I
yeah,
can't remember.
typically you
sorry.
get pork spare ribs. Well, spare ribs are delicious. So yeah, after you kill, shabu shabu is hot pot.
After you kill the animal, all
All
its
ribs
ribs
are
are
spare.
spare. Yeah, that's true.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I just know that shabu shabu they have this. What Preparian likes. These what's that called again?
Mm.
No, they also have fish.
Fish.
What are these things called? These rolled up thingies that they cut in pieces. Sushi.
Sushi.
Yeah, maybe sushi.
Sushi.
Never been there.
Peter's moo is the best.
We
Really.
need our moo to make that sound.
That would be nice. If we could record that sound and put it into moo.
Yeah. Maybe we should make it into a challenge. Put it on the internet and say, listen.
Did you see, Dragon, the thing with all the different cows that I put in the memes channel 2 days ago, I think. Spare ribs are called so because the term originally comes from the German Rippenspeer, which translate to spear ribs. I did, then I shared it with others. It had me laughing so hard.
The last one. The in it.
Yeah, the British
Fall
cow.
cow in it or something like that.
Oi, bruv,
Yeah.
moo in it.
Moo in it.
I could so imagine a cow saying that. That was such a good one.
Moo.
Yeah. I got it from Lego with Fonzie or one of his friends.
Yeah.
That had me laughing so hard. Moo.
In Dutch we say that a cow
Cow.
that a cow goes boo, but they don't do a bee.
They do.
Our cows don't do boo.
Our cows do moo.
Moo. Yeah.
This cut was traditionally roasted on a spit or spear.
Ah.
In English, it became rib spare and eventually spare rib. Yeah, rib
Okay.
spare sounds weird. Spare rib sounds better, but same weird.
Yeah.
If you guys want to have a good laugh, there's a YouTube channel that I would recommend. It's two guys who do all these things with the Japanese language jokes.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
called Real Japan.
Where everything sounds the same, but it has,
Different meanings.
yeah,
These words, these kanjis that they write, and they're all like alike, but everything is a little different,
yeah,
and based on pronunciation of
Yeah.
the word,
depending on
it has a different meaning.
situation. Yeah.
But it's real funny. Real Japan. It's called.
But it's not uncommon that a word has multiple explanations.
Yeah, but these things sometimes
Yeah.
are like,
It
I
is
won't
funny.
go as far as to say like total opposite, but
Yeah, that's true.
so
Yeah.
you cannot, because it's all about context, however you use it, because the word in Japanese for the first floor is the same one as for first whatever, but based on context, it has a different meaning of first something, or something like that. It's really
But
confusing, but
the one with the
funny.
numbers was funny.
Yeah.
Where one said, can you write the number 1? And then where we do one like this, he did one like this.
Yeah, he with one line.
Just one line from left to right. And how about 2? 2 was a longer line and then the same as 1. And then he said, what about 3? And then he did a long line, which was 2, a smaller line, which was 1, and then another long line. So we were looking at it and thinking, yeah, I don't know what this is, but it was really weird.
It was very, very funny.
He's already doing it.
I'm already
Dragon.
typing dragon.
Yeah, that's
Just
in
checking.
Chinese, it's a tonal language, and depending on the tone of the word, it becomes a completely different word. For example, ma can be horse or mother. Okay. But they are funny. But it has to do, yeah, I don't really sure. I don't get Japanese at all. But it was funny that when he said, okay, can you read this? And then read something that looked like it, but it wasn't the same, and it sounded exactly the same. But depending on where you use it, it suddenly meant something very different. Did you put it there?
Yeah, I'll put it in Twitch chat as well.
Okay.
It's a really funny. Just
You
check.
are learning Japanese? Are you thinking of visiting Japan? Or are you just some people just like languages? I know the dragon really likes the English language, so I plan to do at some point. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Back here.
I really like languages too. Peter also likes languages. Not enough to learn Japanese, but
Well, it's funny. It's how you pick up stuff just by watching videos and
yeah, that's
a little bit on YouTube.
well, I don't. I don't pick up anything.
Well, in
language-wise.
Japanese, how they greet each other, say konnichiwa,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
We went to Turkey for I don't know how many years in a row, and the only thing I could say was merhaba, which means hello,
Hi,
hi,
good morning,
and
whatever.
that's and then we did the counting. I can't remember. There's a lot of things I can't remember anymore.
But yeah, it's really
But
funny.
you really
Japanese
have an
is
ear for languages too.
Japanese is a funny language to me because there's nothing like it for me.
Yeah.
Same with Chinese
Or Korean.
or Korean, because there's not the same ground rules because the alphabet is totally different.
Yeah. The only reason why I know something is written in Korean is because there are a lot of little circles or ovals.
Oh, okay.
in the language. I can't read it. I have no idea what it says. But that's what I'm thinking. Oh, that's Korean. Yeah.
Okay. Well, in Japanese is
It's a lot of stripes and I don't know.
it's really really different. It's just because it's all because well, you know, they make like figures with things.
Yeah. They drew
They draw it.
houses and
Yeah.
but it's I've been playing mahjong. I think it's Chinese for a long time, and I've got no idea what any symbol means. But in my head, I need to name it something. Otherwise, it's easier to find the same one. And then I did use house, and that one has a cross, and this is that, and so that was kind of a way to distinguish them. It's easier. I do the same, Mrs. A. All the symbols have nicknames. Yeah, you see? It's easier for me to find them.
What an amazing view to behold. Wow.
Oh, wow. Well, what an amazing comment.
What an
to
amazing
get.
name. I'm just like trying to make sense of your name.
Adil 6920 Uwo Slayara.
Wow.
I don't know. If I butchered it, my apology, but this is a really long one. And new follower.
And hi, Lucas. Is Lucas a friend of Uncommon Wolf? Can we call you Lucas too? It started out in high school learning Chinese. It's difficult because there isn't an alphabet. It's just hundreds of different symbols for different words.
Yeah.
Ah. I met him in another stream yesterday.
Ah.
Well, welcome, Lucas, because that's way easier to pronounce.
Can you, if you want, if it's none of my business, it's none of my business. How did you get to Adil 6920 Slayarara?
Ooh, Slayerara.
Slayarara.
And why would you slay anything ooh? I mean, yeah? Ooh is an anime emoji, right?
Ah, okay.
All the girls pretend to be ooh. Ooh. Say it with a cute
Slayer.
voice.
Ooh, Slayer? Rest?
Don't know.
I don't know. But there are a lot of nicknames that people choose that actually have meaning. You know, so that's
I don't do cute voice,
yeah,
Peter.
Peter can.
Ooh. That's how they do it. But hey, Luke, have a look at our dessert. Hey, have a look, Luke, at our dessert. This is what we had for dessert. It's called Magnum Delight. It's something that Mrs. A makes by crunching up various Magnum mini ice creams and combining it with some chocolate sauce and whipped cream and some, sprinkles on top.
That looks tasty. It was tasty.
That was very good.
Yep.
That was dessert.
That was a
So,
dessert for
yeah.
today. Yep.
We don't have a picture anymore of the main dish because the picture
We
of the
ate it.
dessert, replaced that one.
Yeah, but there is one. The thumbnail has one, right?
Yeah, the thumbnail has one. This, I can show you in that regard.
Yeah, the
Wait, where's my
thumbnail,
mouse?
right?
Here's my mouse. This is what we had basically. Yeah, those spices are the spice herb mix that Mrs. A made. It's actually this one. This is all the shawarma spice blend.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep, all the different spices that went in there. And
Yep.
this is the ingredients list for the actually Turkish bread pizza with ground beef that we had. Mind cooking for me? Well, she cooks for me. I'm very happy with that. Especially today, because the dish was...
This was really good, right?
Was amazing.
We haven't
You haven't rated it yet.
rated it yet. I was going to say graded it yet, and I thought, no, that's not the word.
Well, you can give it a grade, so yeah,
we
that
can
can
give
work.
it a grade.
Speaking of tomatoes, I learned a thing, Peter, and I meant to tell you, but I forgot, like always.
Okay.
Tell me. I'm very
Tell
curious
about
to hear.
tomatoes.
Tomatoes are actually a fruit. Get off my lawn.
Yeah, we knew that. But when
That
we
we
say it, then people say, no.
People be like, no. Yellow tomatoes have less acidic natures and cause less trouble on stomachs that have issues
Okay.
with them. Okay. So you're saying I should try yellow tomatoes instead of red?
I should look for it.
Maybe. Okay. Now where to find yellow tomatoes?
But I basically never eat raw tomatoes.
No, not
And
in like a
instead of-
salad or whatever.
And I never use with cooking tomato puree, because that's also very acidic. And when it is tomato sauce or passata or anything like that, I usually use either the tomato frito or, as today, I kind of replaced it with a barbecue sauce.
A Carolina Reaper. Are you trying to kill me, Lucas?
No. I ain't doing that. No reapers on anything. Yeah, we are not spicy people, and with spicy I mean taste-wise. we
don't eat hot stuff, yo.
We don't eat chili peppers, or we don't eat any of those.
I mean, most things that we consider vegetables are actually fruits. Cucumbers, peppers, squash.
Yeah.
You're a squash, Uncommon Wolf. More on salty and sweets. Well, hearty?
No, just not spicy.
Just not spicy? It depends. I think everyone, depending on the country where you're from, has grown up on certain things, yes or no. And Dutch food is not really spicy. There's not a lot of spicy, peppery things going on in Dutch food, so yeah. I think it's because the umbrella terms for fruit and vegetables is too broad.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
it is. But yeah, I would classify a tomato, I can understand why it's a fruit, but I would say it's a vegetable because you eat it with other vegetables. Nobody eats a tomato with an apple and a banana. People eat a tomato with lettuce and cucumber and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And even though
not really
cucumber
sure about that.
and tomato may both be fruits, it's still like a vegetable because it's not so sweet.
Same with avocado.
Intelligence is knowing a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put a tomato in a fruit salad. Well said, Dragon. Well said.
Unless you really like tomato in your fruit salad, then you can put it in there. But then
Sure.
it's, yeah.
Because technically it's a fruit. Did I see you in Misty's stream? Yeah, Misty's.
Oh my God, I'm yawning. Ah.
Maybe a cherub or grape tomato.
So cherry tomatoes are sweeter,
Little ones.
the small ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know those.
Yeah.
You are scared of fruits.
Why? You think they're gonna attack you?
Okay, follow-up question.
Yeah.
Why? Because fruits are not uwu? I don't know. Just using words that I have no idea what it means. I love fruits. Well, you love fruits. Dragon, those are different.
I'm afraid of becoming a vegetable. But then you should be afraid of vegetables, not of fruit.
Oh well, you know. I think it's about time we go do some dishes
there are
because we are
some
over
dishes
time.
to do, and I'm yawning.
You are what you eat. Well, I could be a fruit and a vegetable then.
Then I'm a cookie.
Maybe I would be a Magnum ice cream.
Then a Magnum Delight. I already knew I was a delight. I just didn't know I was a Magnum Delight.
There you go. I'm a peanut butter cookie. Peanut butter.
Chocolate chip.
Is
would
that
be
the
nice.
type of cookie that you made? Dragon with peanut butter? Is that one of the
I
ingredients?
guess some bacon.
Arky's bacon.
Yeah.
100%.
Only on Sunday, Aki.
Yep. 1/3. So peanut butter. What is the other two ingredients? Chocolate. No?
Stop it, you make
What are the other two ingredients for the cookie?
Oh, I
Peanut
forgot.
butter and what and what?
It's in this course.
Sugar and egg. I had the bacon this morning. Shared it with my Zeus. Sugar and egg and peanut butter. That sounds like a very sweet cookie. 1 cup peanut butter, 1 cup sugar, 1 cup egg.
Makes it
1 cup
bigger.
egg, 1 egg.
No, 1 egg, not 1 egg.
Okay, so no cup, just egg.
Yeah, they look really nice. The picture was nice, and she said
It's
The
sweet, not
outside-
awful. It's a cookie.
it was soft on the inside and a little bit crunchy on the outside.
Do you guys stream every day?
Oh my
We
God.
don't, Lucas.
Sorry.
Mrs. A streams on Sundays and on Tuesdays. Twice a week.
We don't have time to stream every day.
Tea time. We chat and drink tea and play hangman.
Yep.
Nobody knows what hangman is, I always think. Occasionally, when it's nice in summer, we go for walks instead, except for last year. We did not go on many walks last year.
Didn't we? Didn't we last year walk around the lake? Went there when it rained first,
Did we?
and then,
Or was that 2 years ago?
or was that 2 years ago? I can't remember. But we do, yeah. Sometimes we just take a stroll in the neighborhood and show you some of the buildings or some greenery. Time flies. Honestly, I can't keep track. Yeah, me neither.
It's because you've been around for so long, Dragon. And everything just kind of blends together. All the
Yeah, that's
years of
true.
streams.
That's true. Yeah, I think it's time to say goodbye. Thank you all very much for coming and staying and for letting us make you hungry. Again, the recipe of the day. I can highly recommend.
Me
and
too.
of course, the dessert
Rating.
was already a 10. I would give this Turkish pizza-like dish a big fat 9.
Yeah? I would go as far as to say it was a 9.5 for me.
Yeah. I like everything about it as it is.
The yeah, it was really good. The combination of barbecue sauce with garlic
Yeah.
sauce and the shawarma herbs spice blend, and it's just
The garlic and the onion.
mwah, to die for.
I'm thinking even, I'm gonna go as far as to say that with the barbecue sauce, it was better than if we would have used tomato sauce.
For me, yes, agree.
Because this American,
Barbecue
let me
sauce.
grab it. Barbecue sauce is delicious.
It's sort of sweet, but not a big fat 9 for a healthy little pizza. Well, it was not really healthy, but we did pour off the
I think I like this barbecue sauce because it's
The fat.
smoky. It's smoky. So this is the one. American barbecue sauce, which is smoky. We also have another one that's with honey.
honey something.
Honey something. Really good.
Meat and veg is healthy. Don't disillusion me, Peter. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a superbly healthy thing to eat. Yeah. With all the green on top.
Yeah, it wasn't, it was bread. We had ground beef. there was some.
We got rid of all the fat.
Yeah, I drained the fat. Well, not all of it, but most of it. I think it was kind of healthy.
But it needs some fat for the texture and the taste.
Yeah, but not. I was happy that I kind of drained it. That there was a little, that there was less. So I really enjoyed it, and it was an easy one to make. This is a really on the top of the nothing chefy
List.
And that's the same for the dessert. Anybody can break up some ice creams, throw them in a glass, spritz some whipped cream on top, and then drizzle
Chocolate
a few
sauce,
chocolate sprinkles.
sprinkles.
So,
Waza.
so there's that. So thank you all for coming. Thank you for the new people with the new follows. We're going to be here again next week, Sunday at 6 p.m. our time.
Which is
in the Netherlands, by the way.
Noon EST.
I don't know. You need to do the calculation.
6 hours to
yourself.
EST. I tried to make the Magnum Delight, but it burned. How even? I was just going to ask that dragon. I was like, how?
You burned it. How?
It's ice cream.
Where exactly did you see me use anything that could burn the ice cream?
Flambe. Ice cream flambe.
Yeah, but even then.
He's making a joke.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Yeah. For coming Tuesday, I have to tease, yes. And I stepped right into it. And I was really wondering what did you see me use anything that is hot? And
how even?
How even, yeah, that was it. There might be a tea time with Mrs. A on Tuesday, but it all depends on if I can move my shifts at work or not. So I'm not 100% sure. If I will be putting it in Peter's Discord, and if not, then
she'll be putting it in Peter's Discord.
I will put it in Peter's Discord. Well, a yes or a no. And otherwise, we hope to see you all again next Sunday, when it's a new adventures with TheMrsAmazing.
Bye.
Bye.
Doei, doei.
Doei, doei.
See you next time. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Much love.
Bye-bye.
Can't wait to come back for free food.
Oh.
You do that, Lucas. Thank you for the follow, by the way, and nice to see you in chat. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.